Amanda! Comrades, like we have confirmed that this march has got a lot of support and endorsement from the landless people of South Africa, the South African Council of Churches, the Congress of South African Trade Unions, the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa, and now we have got the General Secretary of the Educators Union of South Africa. This is not the Youth League alone. The people of South Africa are with the ANC. Amanda! Amanda! Viva Chuchu Viva! Viva! Viva Chuchu Viva! Viva! Viva ANC Youth League Viva! Viva!
Okay, we got Alan in the show, and I would like to ask him a few questions about what is happening here. I would like to get your opinion about the whole match. What you think? What you think about the match?
Sure, I don't know really. I haven't really thought about it. I think it's important to an extent. It's important to listen to the voice of the people, to the youth. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm in support of it. I think there's different paths to take.
Okay, the media has been highly hostile to Malema and the ANC Youth League. What's your take on that?
I think there's a lot of things that are wrong about Malema, specifically the Youth League. I'm not too cleared up on the Youth League itself. But yeah, obviously they're not a big supporter of him, and I can't really see there's a bit of an integrity clash there, which I don't agree with. The things he stands for and the things he lives out, it's not the same.
So how do you feel about the fact that black people, I call them brown, are living totally under white supremacy? Because Africans speak European languages, have European names, own almost nothing in their own land. Even the educational system, the history is written by European people, right? So basically, if you're honest with yourself, you're gonna know that Africans live under total white supremacy. You agree with me on that, right?
To a large extent, yes, I would agree to you that obviously...
I mean, if you look at fact, they speak European languages, have European names, own almost nothing in their own country, and everything is just like white supremacy. Do you think people living in those conditions have no right to rebel against such a domination? Because if we honest, you're gonna know that it came through oppression, all that the order, the system that makes Africans live in those conditions.
That might be true. I think, yeah, obviously there's a big problem. There's something wrong about it being like 80% black people in white supremacy. I think to an extent there's something wrong with that. But if you look at the history, obviously the Western world developed a lot faster than the rest of the world, and that's why there was a supremacy to an extent. And maybe the way they implied it on the rest of the world was not right. But I think
do you believe Malema is right to want nationalization of mines? If Africans in their own land own nothing almost. I mean, these are human beings, these are not animals. You can't have a situation where people in their own home own nothing. Imagine in England, Africans were owning everything, and later English people owning almost nothing. That would be not human being, like being human being. So do you think these people in the media are just vilifying Malema because they want to maintain the order? Or is it genuine criticism, like they say? Because I feel strongly that these people just want to keep Africans in these conditions, because there is nothing, there is nothing normal having a situation where Africans own nothing. I mean, no land, no natural resources, no economy, no nothing, and people even Africans even feel like they're inferior to Europeans. Do you know that?
No, I've heard that. I've got a lot of black friends.
But do you know that Africans generally feel inferior to Europeans? And Europeans are enslaved us, you know that, right? They colonize and occupy us. Why would we feel...
That is also a good 40, 50 years ago.
Sorry? No, I mean, there's neo-colonization because we live under white supremacy. Why would Zuma not implement the Freedom Charter if freedom is there? Because if you come from oppression, what's supposed to happen is you have to quit the oppressive order, isn't it? But if you maintain the oppressive order...
The order has changed. It's not the same as it was.
It's the same because Africans still learn the history book written by racist
No, when I was in school, I didn't do anything of my African history.
I'm talking about the history about South Africa, if you want. is not written by Africans. So it has a racist background on it.
But that is because that issue was never recorded. But it is being recorded, so that will come in slowly, and it's a process. The same thing with education.
So do you support
empowering black people.
Do you support nationalization of mind? Do you?
No.
You don't support. So you want a mind to remain in the hands of a small few white people.
That's not what I'm saying. I just think.
How would you change? How would you change the order from an unfair order to an equal order if you oppose nationalization in those conditions where South Africa comes from?
It's a process. Even if you take nationalization, it's not going to happen overnight. You can't just hand it over because you're going to have to train and equip the people.
Nationalization means it becomes state-owned. Yeah. It means the people managing it can still manage it, but the money now comes to the government so that the government can distribute it to the poor. Now, so it doesn't need to be
the problem is to run a mine. Like I've got a cousin.
I mean, the guys running the mine are going to be running it. It means there is no change in the management, but only the money comes to the people now.
But the problem is the capital it takes to run a mine.